Hi, my name is Benson, and I want to show you something very interesting and a very simple concept of. I know most of you sometimes you wonder whenever ukinunua baiskeli ya mtoto, why does it have three wheels? You know, somebody along the way realized that a kid who is almost like maybe 2-3 year old cannot ride a bike without balancing. So somebody just came up with a very magical invention that you add extra two wheels from the outside on the back wheel, and it's able to balance. Na hii mguu saa zingine yote haikuzi chini, so when the child is riding the bike, the child cannot fall down. But that is how somebody just came up with an idea, a very simple, stupid idea, and they are able to sell some of these bikes in mass quantities every year in, year out. And it as simple concept as that has been able to be marketed to be sold millions and millions of bikes. But that is not my point. Listening today about the bike industry. And I hope and I'm praying if somebody can watch this video and maybe ifikie Waziri Moses Kuria. You know, there is an industry here that we can generate a lot of money. We can generate a lot of employment opportunities for young people, especially the technical field. There is a lot of dollars that can be imported into Kenya because of just selling bikes. China produces mass quantities of these bikes to Americans. Reproduces most of these things because walikuja ilifika kiwango, they borrowed the idea, they stole most of the trade secrets ya hapa hivi na wakaenda kuproduce in mass quantities, and that is how they sell to the Americans. For example, ukiangalia bike kama hii, angalia bike kama hii, hii ni ile kidogo ya mtoto. Akibanda juu kidogo mwaka karibu 5 hivi, that is what they ride. Ndio hiyo mwaka 8, 9, ndio hiyo, and then another that one. What I'm saying is, ni nini imeshinda sisi? What is it really so difficult for us to produce this one in mass quantities? You know, saa zingine you don't have really to reinvent the wheel. All you have to do is build the warehouses. All you have to do is identify a niche product. You know, America imports, listen to this, America imports nearly 2 billion every year. 2 billion of bikes like this every year. 2 billion. China iko na 400 million bikes. Italy is among the lead importers. United States iko na 100 million bikes, and every year they import these bikes every summer. Sizes tunaelekea karibu summer. You can see the environment, the way it's changing here. Now, let me tell you, if we can focus only on producing bikes, we don't have to do anything difficult. As long as tuko na machine that can recalibrate these ones. Unaona, kama ni ya mtoto inaweza kata these sizes, wanachoma, wanafunga. They are very simple things that they do not even need a lot of complications. You know, as long as you can reproduce, unaona, this is for a young child, this is for a slightly middle child, in your adult. As long as we can be able to reproduce these ones in large quantities, I tell you the amount of dollars that we are missing every year because we just import too many bikes in the country. I was home recently from Netherlands. The gentleman needed just a very simple bike. A very simple bike in Kenya that it is very expensive, costs around 200,000-300,000 Kenyans. Some even go towards $10,000. I mean, almost $1 million. But do you think really somebody can even import a bike or buy a bike in Kenya worth $1 million? People buy it. We don't have to go to that even niche ile ya juko. On simple recreational bikes like these ones. Hii ni ya watoto tu. This summer alone, they will be selling around 360,000 of these bikes. 360,000 of these. And you know, in China, the way Americans they do, you know, the American companies wameenda huko, they use almost $2 to $3 to produce this, na wanakuja kuuza hii almost $40, $50, $60. Unaona? Hata tukilipa Mkenya maybe $2 an hour. Okay? $2 an hour for 8 hours a day. Okay? 40 hours a week. That is almost 50,000 everybody can earn every month. If we are able to produce, Africa in itself with its population of 1 billion, can you imagine? We are not even ranked among the top countries. I'm talking about the top 30 or even the top 50 countries with bikes. Italy, China, South America, Brazil, Canada. Look at the potential market that we can be able to generate if we are able to put a lot of just a single level to reproduce this one in mass quantities. Why am I saying reproducing it? I say reproducing is in the sense that machine yenye itatumiwa kukata hii, unaona, it is almost a similar machine that can be used to cut that one. It is the same machine that can be used to cut that one. It is the same machine that can be used to cut this one. So this is a market that can generate, and you know, you don't need a degree kufunga hizi bikes. Imagine, I use this very simple, I'll show you this. I have this toolbox. I can open almost most of this bike just using this toolbox. Na maybe one or two other ranges hapa hivi. Very, very simple. Don't you think that we can, hata kama tumeshindwa na jojote, can we not find guys that can fix this? Can we not find majamaa wenye wa can massively reproduce this one on an industrial scale hapo nyumbani? Let me pray that Waziri Moses, you are our hope one. You are the kind of a guy that I think has the right ideas. A very simple idea, a very simple project like this can transform and change the country, Kenya. And me, I'm praying that build a mega warehouse or build mega warehouses in our industrial parks that you are planning to do with Mheshimiwa President William Ruto. Once you have those ones, identify just one or two products. Let us specialize it. This is a product that will be bought here in, here out. In America alone, if we could even get one distributor, let's say Walmart or Target, or one of the sporting centers, come Dick's Sporting Goods, only one. Let me tell you, Kenya will never be the same again in terms of dollars coming into the country and employment opportunities coming into the country. And these are low-hanging fruit items. I have not even talked about some of the products that comes with it. Look at the helmets. You know, we can even get to manufacture this in Kenya. These are being manufactured in China. There is nobody that manufactures these helmets in Kenya. Most of these things are imports from China. These are the components. How about spare parts? How about so many things? We can have an assembly line of bikes alone. Why can't Kenya, if we are a very sporting country, if we have a very, very, very serious sporting country, encourage everyone to own a bike, encourage the country to reproduce a lot of bikes? So my point is this. It is not even the bikes that you see. It is the opportunity that comes with it in terms of generating employment opportunities. This is not something that needs a lot of complicated. The items that can be used to cut that bike or to calibrate or to reproduce the equipment, whatever the components and the sides. And for this one, whether for that bike, for this bike, and for this bike could be the same, except only the sizing. Except only the sizing. Let me pray that this year we have a very, very brilliant trade minister. And I hope he will take advantage some of these very low-hanging fruit. I call them low-hanging fruit because, let me tell you something, nangoja niongelee kwa Kiswahili. Chinese waliiba vitu mingi sana Amerika, ile siri ya biashara. Na wakaenda wakareproduce hizi vitu. Na wakakuja kuuziawa. Americans wanapenda kutumia pesa sana. Wanapenda kununua hizi vitu sana. Unaona mtu wako na mabaiskeli karibu 3 kwa nyumba. Sama anatupa hizo na anaenda kununua zingine. Chinese wakajua watatoa kwa bei ya chini. Unaona? Kwa sababu hao wanaweza leta baiskeli mpaka hapa na shilingi 20, Americans wanakuja kuuza hapa shilingi 40. Unaona? Sisi tunaweza toa hiyo shilingi hiyo baiskeli kwa shilingi $10, yani $10. We can reproduce that with $10 in Kenya. I'm talking about the labor cost maybe for somebody. And we will still make money. I hope this message, as I share, that there are so many other things. As much as we are looking into so many other industries, there is so many other things we can do to do and help a lot of young men. I'm looking at it in terms of how many young men we can generate employment opportunities for them. I'm looking about how many people can each year earn 50,000 every year, reproducing these ones for the entire world. We haven't talked about even the African market is so huge, and we have never even encouraged the people to use bikes in Africa because, as people become more economically, they want to be recreational, they want to ride bikes, they want to go out there, people want to go outdoors. We're still importing every single bike we use in this country. If we cannot even produce a car, why can we not even manufacture bikes to the wall? This is a very, very, very vital, very important part. If we cannot even produce cars, okay, I know we produce cars, but that is an assembly line for other companies. Why don't we specialize only in bike production, leading in Africa, in producing some of the best bikes? We sell it to African countries. I wish this message reaches to Moses Kuria.